Okay, so let's look at a basic introduction to encryption. The four characters that we will look at in this series of lectures are the good people, who are Bob and Alice. And Bob and Alice are trusted. Unfortunately, we also have Eve, who in this case we'll define as an intruder. In this series of lectures, we never actually define Eve as a hacker. A hacker often implies guilt, so we will refer to Eve as an intruder. Along with this, as we'll find, we need a third-party trusted person called Trent. Trent will be seen more in the authentication than in the encryption part. And basically, Bob and Alice are good, and the intruder is not trusted. The problem that we have is that internet communications and network communications are an extremely complex system. We have many applications going on, we have many servers, many devices, many users. Each of these users could be mobile. So we can see in this case we might have switches and firewalls, intrusion detection systems. We have all our servers over here on a demilitarized zone. We have firewalls, servers, and so on. Along with this, we have many different protocols which are running. And the key objective is to make sure that Bob and Alice can communicate securely without Eve viewing the communications or modifying them in any way. Unfortunately, the protocols that we've created to allow the communications are typically text-based and are seen as being insecure. So the problem that we have is that we're moving away from these insecure protocols such as HTTP, Telnet, FTP, POP3, SMTP and DNS into the new domain, which typically involves some sort of security, either in terms of encryption or with integrated authentication. So these new protocols typically involve encryption and also involve some form of authentication. As we'll see, authentication is just as important as security. And the main people that we'll come across when we look at these methods include Whitfield Diffie, who came up with key interchange and could see the day when public key encryption could happen. We'll look at Rivest, Shamir and Alderman, who came up with a public key encryption method called RSA, named after themselves. We'll also see Ron Rivest, who advanced his work on to encryption and also into hashing methods, and Phil Zinnemann, who created the PGP encryption method. Okay, so what were some of the methods that were used